Thank you for clicking on the video. This is my review for Real Housewives of Potomac Season 5, Episode 5. Look who's squawking. We start out with Candace. She is looking for houses. Chris comes in and, she has to tell him about Karen's party because he wasn't there. She tells him that she had a few words with Giselle. And after the party, everyone was invited to Monique's house, to their lake house for the weekend. And, she's like, I told him I'd think about it because I don't know what's going on between me and Monique right now. And I just don't know. She really don't want to go. And Chris convinces her that she should go. Then we see everybody, we always got to get the little blurbs of nothingness. Robin and the kids packing, Giselle packing, getting on the phone with Jamal's assistant, making sure he gonna be free this day or that day. Pointless scenes. When we get to Ashley packing, Michael holding the baby, and Michael gonna say to her, "So you taking Dean on a trip with you?" She doesn't answer him, but he presses the issue. I'm gonna need a firm answer. Are you taking the baby? Because I think you should. I think you should take him because he's small, he's little, and he needs to be with his mom. Blah 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 blah. I couldn't get with that because every new mom or not, deserves her me time with her girlfriends. I don't care if it's 3-4 months later. Yeah, baby can be 3 or 4 months, and baby can be 3 or 4 months staying home with their daddy. He ain't doing nothing. Talking about he running a business. He working. Girl, get out of here. He don't want to be with baby Dean for the weekend while you are with your friends. I don't do that. Me and my husband never did that to one another. Like, if we do the tit for tat as far as, not in a bad way, but just like, okay, you run an errand, your turn to go out and have your me time. When you get back, a couple hours later, I might be going back. Or the next day, I might be going out. You take turns like that. It's not because I've gone away. When my best friend got married, we went to New Orleans. My husband didn't say to me, "You taking the kids with you? Or what you gonna do? Because I'm trying to hang out too." No. This is my turn to hang out. You hang out with your child. Be one with the baby. Get to know the baby. Okay? Telling her the baby's too young. That baby will be okay. That baby don't care who feeding him, changing him, whatever. As long as it's either one of you, a loving family member, the babies don't care. So miss me with that, "Oh, the baby needs his mom." Plenty mamas dropping their babies off at the daycare at 6 weeks because they got to go back to work. And when they get back home, them babies know that that's mama. Them babies are okay once they're picked up. Come on, Michael. He just wanted to get rid of that baby so that he could have complete freedom while his wife was away for 3 days. But anyway, let me move on. Monique, she packing up, and Karen and Giselle are riding with her. And Chris is like, "Giselle? Never thought I'd see the day y'all would be cool like this." Giselle shows up. Oh, and she bringing T'Challa too. I don't know why the bird got to go on the trip, but he coming too. Giselle shows up first, then Karen shows up, and she got her little midriff top going. I was like, okay, Karen. Karen got a little body, She got a little body, a little bit. Karen mentions in her confessional, how surprised she is that Giselle and Monique are cool. They bosom buddies now. Never thought I'd see the day, but I just hope that Monique doesn't, pick up on Giselle's fashion sense, because the girl is pretty, but she cannot dress. She even goes further. Like, sometimes I be embarrassed to even hang out with the lady because I don't know how she gonna show up. She's tacky, can't dress. So I'm glad that across the board we all feel that way. Yeah, they pack up the car and they, on the car ride over there, Giselle and Monique tell Karen what Wendy said about, she and Ray's sex life. And Wendy does, not Wendy, Karen takes it with a grain of salt. She ain't worried about Wendy and what Wendy got to say. When they arrive, Monique shows them around. She takes them, puts them in the golf cart and drives them over to the guest house. Like, it's a really nice piece of property. Okay. But when they get there, both, no, not just Karen. It was Giselle. Or was it Karen and Giselle? I think both of them had kind of slick, snide remarks in their confessional about, her home and it being in the sticks and, I can't live out there. I don't like people that don't. Okay? Just don't. Don't put on me what your insecurities are. Like, don't do that. You don't want to live out in the sticks? You don't want a lake house? Cool. Don't talk about my beautiful lake house in the sticks because we got it. you don't have one. So when you get one, when you get 4 homes, when you get 2 homes, then you can talk about it. You can say whatever you want. But you ain't even competing over here where you trying to compare yourself. So be quiet, lady. Be quiet. And Karen tells them, because they still trying to make little snide remarks about the rookie, that's what she called her, talking about Wendy. And Karen is like, y'all so messy. Like, y'all really don't want me to like her. Y'all really trying to paint a picture for me. And I'm going to let that girl show me who she is tonight. I'm going to judge her, on my own accord, not based off of what y'all are saying. And she's like, do you think, though, that we'll get more than the doctorate and the CNN political commentator? Y'all think we're going to get more than that? They don't know. Robin comes knocking, and that's who it was. Robin and Giselle was making the little hater comments. First of all, Robin, you have no home. You got a townhouse. Be quiet. Just shut it. You lost your home. You lost the privileges to talk about homes when you lost yours. And Giselle, girl, we're not even gonna go there on yours. They're going to share that guest house, Robin and Giselle, which is befitting. Candace arrives, then Wendy arrives, and, now we got to sign the rooms, and they're all in the kitchen. And when Wendy notices that the baby is there, because Ashley's the last one to get there, coming in there with her baby in tow, car seat, baby carrier, all this stuff, bassinet, all that, she coming in the door with it, and it kind of annoyed Wendy because it's like, damn, I couldn't bring my baby. She's done a lot to see to it that her baby is going to be good while she's away for the 3 days. And here you come, Ashley, with your nanny and your baby. And she's like, who brings a baby, a newborn baby at that, on the girls' trip? She just didn't understand. And her delivery was off, very off. Like she was annoyed at Ashley, having that baby around, and she didn't really articulate herself very well in that moment. So it looked like she was just coming for Ashley's neck, and she calmed down and, and I guess reeled it back a little bit, once they, showed her, girl, it's all right. Like, she can have her baby here, because they kind of, voices were raised and they kind of went back and forth, she and Ashley or whatever. And the bird broke up the scene because T'Challa just flew at Wendy. And so, that sent everybody running and, changed up the mood a little bit. Because Wendy's like, she want to get to know those girls on a deeper level. That's what she was saying. I want to get to know you guys on a deeper level. Then Karen, we see everybody calling their significant others. Karen calls Ray on FaceTime. Giselle, she talks to Grace. Wendy talks to her boys. Robin, I think Robin called her boys too. I can't remember, but the service is bad in that house. And so Wendy goes to ask Monique, for the Wi-Fi password, and she gives it to her, and they sit down and talk a little bit about that spat. Because I guess Monique, she's saying it caught her off guard a little bit. And she explains it, she's like, I had to go through this, that, and the third to be here for this girls trip, so that I'm present, so that I'm here. And she gets to bring her baby and not be present and not be here. And, you know, Monique is like, well, she told me that Dean had to work. She let me know ahead of time, so I told her to go ahead and bring the baby. Had I known that, you know, it'd be an issue for you as well, I would have told you could bring yours. Because I guess it's not really a big deal if you got a nanny. You know, the nanny will be the one watching the baby. But, you know, both of them are still nursing. They tried to downplay Wendy's situation because this is her third child as opposed to Ashley, this is her first. I'm sick of this with this, oh, let's coddle and baby Ashley because she's the first time mom. Fuck all that. I don't care about that. That's a new mom too. I'm a new mom too. I got a new baby at home too. Whether it's the third, fourth, or fifth, the new babies need you, period. So don't be telling me that because I'm third time mom, oh, it's cool for me to just leave my kids. And Robin is like, I mean, my second one, sometimes I don't even know dude's name. So, I mean, but that's you. That's you. If you had a baby at home, you would probably feel the same way that they both feel. But Wendy, her delivery was just wrong. But I still understand where she was coming from. Candace goes to Giselle's room to apologize. Like, you know, everybody's getting ready for dinner. She goes to Giselle's room to apologize again because we got to kiss her ring, I guess. And again, Giselle's going to downplay what she did. Girl, I gave you a little pinch of shade and you threw a whole bulldozer my way. And it's like, I don't care how little the shade was, how big the shade was. Shade is shade, sis. You don't shade people and think they not gonna retaliate or think they not gonna have nothing to say. Yeah, she went hard. So what? You should have been expecting whatever response because you shady. You being shady. So expect a response from that. Especially out of Candace. Candace on them Twitter fingers, like, sis, gets to going. Okay, so you knew that. And you get on there and do your little pinch of shade and think that girl's supposed to sit home and laugh it off. Anyway, she got her way though. She apologized again. She's just like, and she likes to beat the dead horse too. It's like, okay, girl, I said I'm sorry. And here you go again trying to dig it in further. Like, well, with that, well, I wasn't as mean to you as you were to me. So I mean, I just didn't understand where you were coming from. It's like, girl, you came for me. Shall I say it again? You came for me, and so I came for you. My apologies on coming for you because I ain't have to. So when is Giselle going to apologize? When she going to say, well, you know what? I shouldn't have been sitting up there with Robin laughing at you. I shouldn't have done that. That was wrong, and I apologize. She ain't said that yet. Anyway, they hug it out, and Giselle is very, very condescending. Very. She don't value that girl at all. She don't care if they're friends. She don't care about her at all. Candace is way more invested into whatever the relationship is more than Giselle. Giselle could take her or leave her, and it shows. The only person she would be distraught about, offending or anything like that is Robin. That's the only time I've seen her apologize. That's the only time I've seen her really sincerely distraught about having a falling out with somebody, and it's only been with Robin. She want Karen to like her, but I think she just want Karen to like her so she can move around in Potomac with Karen. The ladies have dinner and they start playing this game. They're gonna ask all these questions. First question is for Candace, and Ashley asked her what was her school life like, grade school years, what was her school life like. And Candace says, I was one of the few black girls, and Ashley's like, so is that why you, chose to major in African American studies in college? And she's like, well, yeah. And then Giselle gonna say, oh, so is that why you got a nose job? And Candace is like, I got a nose job? Bravo shows us the receipts. And I don't know if that girl got a nose job. You can tell she's done something to her nose from the last season to this one. Something about her nose looks different to me. It looks more like this more like this than it did. She lied and said she ain't had no nose job, but Giselle's like, I thought that was public knowledge that you got a nose job, and Candace tried. Everybody else is like, ooh. Now, girl, you know you wasn't supposed to tell the world about that girl nose job. That was girlfriend talk. But she denied it and kept it moving. Then they asked, the next question is for Robin. So, Robin, you think you're going to get married? Robin say, yeah, we're going to get married, but now the ball is in Juan's court. Karen asked Giselle, so how is it for you being back with a man who cheated on you and had outside children? Giselle's like, oh, I'm glad you asked. Not really, but, there's trust, blah, 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 blah. She gives her little BS spill. Karen like, trust? How can you trust him? Girl, whatever. Giselle asks Ashley, is her booty hole still torn? Yes, it's still torn. Karen turns to Wendy and just drops the ball on her like, I done heard you to say you had a few questions. Yeah, Robin is the one that snitched on you. And Robin's like, I did. Giselle too. They all told me about what you said about me and my husband. And so if you have questions, girl, it's no biggie. Let's just do lunch. Let's get together. We can do that. We can have a conversation about this because, I don't know you. And then, of course, now we back in the confessional. And Wendy is back in her confessional like, girl, you don't know me. We sit on a panel. It's 5 of us on the panel, on the board. And then there's a subgroup. Girl, you don't know me. See, this is why I don't do her. This is why I don't do her. Because Karen's still trying to act like she don't know that lady. She's just like, you want to ask me something, girl? We can do that. We can do dinner. And so they agreed they're going to do dinner to get to know each other a little bit better. Because she tells Karen how dismissive she was. Like every time I come to speak to you or talk to you, you're very dismissive. Karen denies it. They just going to do dinner and they'll rehash things then, I guess. Then they try to back Wendy into a corner because I think it was Monique that brought up. Yeah, Monique ended up mentioning the spat between she and Ashley in the house. And then it became, let's jump on Wendy. It's always Giselle and Robin are the you owe so-and-so an apology queens. Like, don't do nothing around them because they gon' hold your feet to the fire until you apologize to Ashley. And it's always for Ashley. I think that you don't think that you owe her an apology for that, for your tone or delivery or anything. And Wendy's like, no. I don't think I owe her. This was her. I don't think I owe her an apology. No, I don't. And Ashley's like, you don't see anything wrong with how you were speaking to me in there? Nope. Don't. What's next? Not apologizing. Don't see no problem with it. And you're mad. Because they was getting pissed. And Wendy was just like, I'm not apologizing. I'm good on you, girl. Okay, you're good. I loved it. I loved every minute of it because it's like, yes, stick it to him, Wendy. They always trying to back somebody into a corner, bullying somebody into an apology. It ain't even that deep because they dropped it in there in the house. And y'all want to drag it out here and turn it into another issue when the issue was dealt with in there. Now, the lady said, because Candace, steps in her defense, and she's like, well, she said that she may have, spoken out of turn. She may have, had a harsh tone. She might not have gotten that right. And she said that. Robin gonna put it to her like they friends. What if you were having a disagreement with me and, it was because of, outside home issues and you speak to me a certain kind of way, you wouldn't think you owe me an apology? And Wendy was like, no. Because, Robin, you tried to make it about you like you special. Girl, none of y'all are special. In Wendy's eyes, she don't know y'all. And what y'all are showing her is that this is what y'all do. Y'all gang up on people. Y'all bone collect and carry it around and all that kind of carrying on. Like, they don't act like friends at all. But whatever, now everybody's disappointed in her. Everybody looking at her like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that you wouldn't apologize. Like, why? Why not? Why should I? Why should I? She did come at that girl's neck, and she could have apologized, but hell, the girl said no. So no. What you gonna do? Make her? I guess they're gonna try to ice her out for the rest of the trip. You know, that's their thing too. So everybody's not gonna talk to her. But what we did see in the next was that it? Yeah. But what we did see in the next episode is Giselle walking and having private time with Wendy, putting a battery in her back. You know, I think that you should, you know, point some of that anger to Karen because she had this to say and that to say. And it's like, you don't learn, do you, Giselle? She don't. She got a job to do. And I'm just going to let her do her job. Anyway, y'all, be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.